This video will look at how hard it is to get a job within the games industry. It focuses on research from the UK industry, but it has similarities with many other countries. I wasn't sure whether to post this video in its current form as it feels a little bit depressing, but it's important for people to see the full picture of the industry and your chances of getting a job. Stick around to the end to see my thoughts on these statistics and check the description for other videos about how to get hired in the industry to help you out. So by revenue, the top 10 global markets in 2021 are as follows. And you can see the UK sitting in 6th place, and therefore it makes it a good kind of average to look at. The number of graduates coming through with a degree in games design is expected to be around 1,500 in the 2022 to 23 graduation period. So that's a new 1,500 people looking for jobs in the industry with a degree. So are there enough jobs? Well, to answer that, let's look at the recruitment statistics for games design graduates. So those that have finished their games design degree, what do they go on and do? Well, unfortunately, 11% are unemployed, which is roughly 1 in 10. The good thing is 75% are fully employed. The national average of people with any degree at all getting a job is 81%, so it's slightly below that. The small remaining percentage come under the other category, so maybe go on to further study and work part-time and so on. So with this information, it looks like you have a 3 in 4 chance of getting a job with a degree in games design. Now it gets more interesting when we look at the types of jobs. Out of that 75%, 46.6% of those people are working in IT, so software developers and programmers. So if you chose that route, you're more likely to get a job. The artistic side, however, is not looking so good. So those 3D modelers, graphic designers and so on, only 14.8% make it into this area. Interestingly, 16.6% of the 75% ended up in retail, catering or bar staff. So there's more people going into retail, catering and bar staff than there are getting jobs in that sort of graphical side. So statistics like this by themselves could be seen as very gloomy and depressing, but remember, these are the overall figures and we don't know what these different people were going through or how keen they were to enter the industry, or whether a few years after working they eventually ended up moving into the games industry. Anecdotally, if I look back when I was teaching, I would say there was a large proportion of the class, although they liked the idea of working in the games industry, they weren't really prepared to put in the hard work getting the skills they needed. On the other hand, I have known individual students go off to university, work very hard, and end up getting their dream job. So there's a lot to be said for how motivated you are. Again, it's not that simple, as occasionally I get contacted by what I would say is a motivated student saying they're struggling to find work. But hopefully these figures will give you a realistic look at the industry and the difficulties you might face looking for work, even with a degree in the subject. So you might be asking, well, what chances do I have without a degree? Well, that's really difficult to say, and there's not particularly any statistics on that. But it's probably worth pointing out that I haven't got a degree in the games industry and I have worked for games companies. So hopefully that will give you some encouragement. If you want to find out more on what I think about degrees and how to get a job in the games industry with or without a degree, then check out my other videos in the description. Do comment below with any questions you might have or thoughts on the subject. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.